Hi, I'm Laura Duggan from Feels Good Wellness. I'm a psychotherapist and a mindfulness teacher, and at Feels Good, we wanted to put together a series of short videos to help you guys who are working on the front line of this COVID-19 pandemic. We want to help you with some tools and some ways of thinking that can help reduce your stress levels. So this video is going to go straight into the practicalities, the practices and the tools that you can use every day throughout your workday and in your home life to help reduce your stress levels. The subsequent videos will delve more into some philosophies and some ways of thinking that might also be helpful during this time. So something that happens when we're stressed, one of the main things that happens when we're stressed is our breathing becomes more shallow. It becomes faster, and we might even hold our breath, and that's part of our fight, flight, freeze response, which you guys will be familiar with. So our body is getting ready to run or to fight or to freeze because it feels like it's in, extreme physical danger. What we want to do is send the message to your body that we don't need to fight and we don't need to run and we don't need to freeze. What we actually need to be able to do is to focus in these moments, in these situations that you find yourselves in. So the easiest way to do that, the easiest way to send that message to the brain is to take some long, slow, deep breaths. So just breathing in deeply and breathing out fully. And when you're breathing out, try to make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. So let's just do that together. We're going to do 3 breaths. So breathing in and just letting it all go as you breathe out. Slightly longer exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in one more time. And letting go. Just those 3 long, slow, deep breaths is enough to send that message to your brain. And what that does is your brain reduces the amount of stress chemicals it's releasing into your body in that moment. So it just brings you out of a highly stressed state back down to somewhere where you can focus and continue on with the work that you're doing. Another thing that is helpful is to check in with your body throughout the day. So when you're feeling stressed, you're going to feel it physiologically as well. You're going to feel a tight chest or tension in your shoulders and neck, maybe headache. Maybe it's going to come out behaviorally. You might be a little bit snappy. You might be frustrated. You might be angry, actually. You might be feeling really sad. So checking in with your body and how you're feeling is part of a mindfulness practice. So mindfulness is paying attention in the present moment without judgment. So what we want to do is just check in and say, my chest is really tight right now. I'm just going to breathe into that area. Just noticing it without judging it, without marking it as wrong. So just breathing in and out to your chest or your shoulders, or even breathing, imagining that oxygen going up into your head and relieving a little bit of that stress. Again, just sending that message that it's okay, you're actually safe, and you really want to bring those stress levels back down and focus. Now, just breathing might seem like too small a thing to make a difference in terms of what you're facing in terms of stress. You're under immense stress at the moment. Breathing isn't going to solve your stress problems. Taking a few deep breaths in the beginning of the day is not going to mean that you sail through the rest of the day. Not at all. It's not what I'm suggesting. What I am suggesting is that your stress levels are going to spike probably 100 times in a day in the job that you're doing right now. And each of those 100 times, if you can just take some breaths and bring your stress levels back down, it will hold you in good stead. What you don't want is to stay up at that stress level. We're designed for stress. We can cope with stress. Even extreme stress like you guys are under right now, we can actually cope with it. But we need a little bit of help. We need some protective strategies, actually. And when you guys are donning and doffing your PPEs, is a really great time for you to practice these breathing techniques. There's moments there in your day where you can implement these breathing exercises. And I want you to think of these breathing exercises as the PPEs for your mental health. So when you're going into these situations, when you're going into work, take these deep breaths and prepare your mind. Lower your stress levels so you go in a less activated state into each situation. You can also practice these anytime you're washing your hands, anytime you're in an elevator, when you're driving in the car, just nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Another exercise I wanted to introduce to you is the stop exercise. So the stop exercise, it's an acronym which stands for stop, take a breath, observe your body, proceed. So we'll just do that together now. We just want to stop what we're doing, take a long, slow, deep breath. Pay attention to what's happening in your body. I'm noticing some tightness, some shortness of breath, some stress somewhere in my body. And then we just proceed. And again, that is enough. Just that little pause and that little observation of ourselves without judgment is enough to lower the stress levels in your body. So we are designed to cope with this stress. You're not designed to stay in a stress state for a really long period. That's why it's important to keep bringing yourself out of it as often as you can. It's like I can go to the gym and I can lift some weights and it's really good for me and it really builds my strength. But if I take that weight home and I carry it all day and I carry it in everything I do and I carry it even when I go to bed, it's actually going to have a detrimental effect on the muscle that I was trying to use. So you need to be able to set that weight down again and continue on with your day. Same with the stress. Each stressful situation that you're in, you need to be able to breathe, set it down and center yourself in the present moment and then move into the next thing. So when you're finding that you're stressed, maybe you're getting up and getting ready for work, and even the thought of going into work at the moment might be really piquing those stress levels. Just try and bring yourself back to the present moment. So just noticing, okay, I'm just in the shower. Your mind will be racing ahead to the hospital. Bring it back. I'm in the shower right now. I'm brushing my hair right now. I'm brushing my teeth right now. Bringing yourself back into this moment right now is really important. Not only our environment peaks our stress levels, but our thoughts about our environment. So you might be at home getting ready to go to the hospital, feeling just as stressed as you will feel when you're at the hospital. So coming back to right here, right now, what you're doing is a really important mindfulness technique. So we've got 3 long, slow, deep breaths. We've got the stop exercise and bringing yourself back to the present moment are really important practices that you can implement. These don't take any extra time. You don't have to stop really to do any of these aside from a little pause. Another thing that is really helpful is to exercise. So when you have had a lot of stress chemicals being released by your brain all day long, you might get home and find that you're a bit wired. And why that is that we're designed to feel this stress and then fight or run actually in response to it. And we would historically use up those stress chemicals. So exercise can be really important for maintaining your mental health and reducing the load of stress chemicals that's in your body. So see if you can get out and go for a run, go for a brisk walk, jump down and do some push-ups. Anything you can do to get your body moving, deliberately kind of increase your heart rate and burn some of those stress chemicals will hold you in good stead in that transition from work to home. And we've got a piece coming to you to help you transition from work into home as well. Another piece is meditation. So if you're able to find 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to sit down and meditate every day, it will really hold you in good stead. Now, when you're in a stressed state, meditation can feel like the last thing that you want to do or the last thing that you're even capable of. But I want to reassure you that any time spent in meditation, even if you're just sitting and doing 1 minute of breathing, 1 minute of noticing your breathing in and out, it's going to be beneficial even if you find it excruciating at the time. So I often have people who are learning to meditate who come to me and say, that was no good. I got no benefit from that. I was really frustrated the entire time. Actually, you're still getting a benefit from it because you're strengthening the muscle that brings you back to the present moment. So every time when we're meditating, our mind wanders and we bring it back. Our mind wanders and we bring it back. Our mind wanders and we bring it back. We're actually strengthening that muscle. It's like a bicep curl for your mind. So 3 long, slow, deep breaths. The stop exercise, bringing yourself into the present moment, doing some exercise and transitioning from work to home, as well as meditation. They are our practical tools that we hope will hold you in good stead in this work that you're doing. And I think I can speak on behalf of the entire country when I say we're with you and we're really grateful and a thank you.